Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. Okay, children, today we are going to start our new lesson in economics, Unit 2, that is employment in India and Tamil Nadu. So, the general objectives of this lesson are we are going to know the employment structure in India. We are going to understand about the organized and unorganized sector. We are going to know the difference between the public sector and private sector and changing employment pattern. All these things we are going to discuss in this lesson. First one, employment structure in India. So before that, what is meant by employment? You know, each and every human being, we are in three basic needs. That is food, clothes and shelter. And one more thing that we need is employment. So a person, if he is engaged in certain economic activity, and that person who is capable to work and earn something, that person is called as employee. So people who employ these workers and pay salaries or rewards for their workers are called employers. So you should know the difference between employees. The person who is working is an employee, and the person who is giving opportunity to work and paying, that person is called an employer. Now labor means the person who is working. The labor force of the economy is the number of people in the country who work, and also they have the capacity to work. And if, for example, if we take the age group of 15 to 60 years for the computation of workforce, persons who are less than 15 years are considered as children, and according to the law, the children below 14 years, they shouldn't be employed anywhere. The nature of employment in India, if you take, it is multidimensional. So some get employment throughout the year, and some others they get employed only for a few months in a short term basis. Some will get employment. So the employment structure in our country, it is divided into three, that is tertiary sector, secondary sector and primary sector. So the economy is classified into three sectors. So if we take primary sectors, we can take example as agriculture and mining. Because this sector produces raw materials for other sectors. Now secondary sectors, if you take, that is production of goods, that is industries. So secondary sectors utilize the raw materials produced by the primary sector. So if you take agro-based industries or industries, so these are all the examples of secondary sector industries. And third one, tertiary sector, it is service sector. For example, if you take banking, education, these things comes under the tertiary sector. So the employment structure of in India is divided into three. So the structure of the employment, it denotes the number of workers engaged in different sectors of the economy. So number of persons, those who are involved in three different sectors of the economy, they are called, uh, that is called employment structure in India. And already we discussed there are three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Now if we take types of employment, there are two types of employment. Either persons can be employed in organized sector or unorganized sector. And here you can already be discussed about tertiary, secondary, and primary, isn't it? So this orange color, it shows the percentage of people, those who are engaged in tertiary sector, and this blue color shows the number of people engaged in primary sector, and green color shows the number of people engaged in secondary sector. So this is the percentage from the year 1972 to 73, and this is the percentage from 2011 to 12. So all these sectors, the people may be either engaged in organized sector or unorganized sector. So first one, what is meant by organized sector? So the organized sector is one that is incorporated with the appropriate authority of government and follows appropriate rules and regulations. So the organized sector, this is the definition for organized sector, and these sectors, they will have proper plans and they will be designed, and there will be certain authorities to take care of all the activities in an organized sector. So they are formal by nature, and if you take our country in India, employees of central and state government, for example, if you take banks, railways, insurance, industry, these comes under organized sector. So these sectors, they work according to the rules and regulations laid by the higher authorities, and they have formal processes and procedures that has to be followed. And what are the benefits of this organized sector? Are they have job security and they receive higher wages if we compare to unorganized sector. They may be get job or they may become jobless. But if you take a certain sectors, so there are certain benefits enjoyed by the people, those who work in organized sectors. So organized sectors, they give good salary and they have certain fixed working hours. So nobody can extract the work uh, from them above the time limit, and they'll be enjoying paid holidays, and they will be providing, the organization will provide them medical insurance, and medical allowances will be allotted to them. So there are a lot of benefits for the people, and their environment will be very safe, and they will be secured in all the things. So they will get fixed salary, their working hours will be limited, and nobody can exploit them because they have to work according to the rules and regulations. For here in this picture you can see. So these persons, the persons, those who are working in the organized sector, their environment will be totally different and the privileges will be totally different for them when we compare to unorganized sector. Okay, children, today we discussed about the structure of employment, about the three sectors we discussed, and we started types of employment, that is organized and unorganized, and we discussed about organized sector today, and tomorrow we will be discussing about unorganized sector.